Welcome, welcome. I'm Miss Stacy and we're here with Expressive Path and we're going to do a little Halloween craft today, some paper mask making. Isn't this beautiful? Very exciting, right? So I made this myself and I looked at a lot of mask making tutorials and I decided to go super easy because we all don't have an art studio at home, do we? I mean, like, I do a little bit, I'm obsessed, but I'm sure not everyone has all of that. So I looked at the internet and researched one of the most simple paper masks that we can make, and look how cute it is. A little scary, I got a little spider over here. And yeah, I'm a skeleton in case you can't tell. And for this mask, I literally used paper, scissors, pencil, let's see, a Sharpie, and some ribbon. So with a handful of supplies, we can make some awesome stuff. So let me take this off and show you guys a little closer. So this is our little skull mask. Isn't he cute? He's pretty cute. And you know what? He'll fit multiple sizes too. So I'm gonna walk you guys through making this little guy. And really, it's gonna be pretty easy. We're not measuring anything, which you're like, how are we even gonna do that? I'm gonna show you. I am gonna show you. So for this specific mask, I used regular drawing craft paper. You can use thicker paper. You can also use cardboard to reinforce it if you would like. Just back it with the cardboard and glue them together. But I'm just going to show you the basic paper one for today. All right, let's get started. You guys ready? I'm pretty ready. So Halloween is my favorite season. It's a holiday, but it feels like a whole season, right? We all decorate, we celebrate. I know so many people on my street have lights up and scarecrows, and I personally cannot wait to see just everyone's costumes and jack-o'-lanterns. I'm so excited. Okay, so, once you have your paper mask, like if you're making a few, if you're making a couple, you know, you can make one and then just trace all the other ones around it. But when you're first making it, how do you make, everyone's head is a different shape. So we do something really silly to make a stencil. I'm really gonna just put this paper over my face and gently trace the outline of my face. So go ahead, grab a pencil. This is gonna look silly, all right? And so I'm just gonna find my forehead, right? And I'm gonna trace my face. I am tracing all the way out to my ears, and I'm kind of going to my mouth. I'm not tracing all the way down to the chin. So isn't that fun? That's a very nice circle. So what you're gonna get is, here, I'll make this darker. And you don't have to worry about making this perfect, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw the lines, and then we're just gonna flip the mask over so you don't see them. So I did the same thing when I made this guy. So this is the other side. He has all the paper and the pencil lines on him, and he looks better on the other side. No big deal. No big deal, guys. Okay. So I have a basic kind of egg shape on my paper. And you know what? I will do this in my Sharpie just to make sure that you guys can see it. Now, a word to the wise, anytime you're working with Sharpie, you're gonna wanna back your paper with something. If the paper's really thin, the Sharpie will go right through your paper onto your table. So make sure you back it with something. Now, for the skull shape, right, we have our basic egg shape, but we're gonna trace it, and then we're gonna kind of jut down for the teeth. So I'll show you, let's do it together. So I'm gonna trace this in my Sharpie. So you guys can see it, right? So this is gonna be the top part that goes around my forehead. And then for the cheekbones, so we're just gonna kind of come and curve them in, but we're not gonna go all the way. Okay, so we're leaving a gap right here where we're just gonna kind of tack on the teeth. It's really not complicated. It's actually really nice. And the teeth are just gonna stick straight down from this guy, right? Very basically, they just come right down. I would say probably about an inch. I wouldn't do any more than that. All right. Right? Pretty simple so far. It's really not too hard. This is your basic shape, guys. What you do first is you're gonna cut it out and then compare it to your actual face. So let's go ahead and do that. Get your scissors. If you have really little ones, you'll wanna help them. Don't wanna give anyone scissors alone. Now this is the basic skull shape. So you could actually kind of do a tutorial. You could use this same shape to make yourself a little animal, just don't add the teeth on the bottom. You could do a pretty skull version, like a little sugar skull. Just add a bunch of flower decorations instead of cracks and spiders like I did to mine. So a word to the wise, always start a little bigger than you're gonna think you need. Because you can always cut the excess off, but once it's gone, you can't add it back on. You can, I mean, maybe you could, it's not the same though. So go ahead, once you cut out your shape that just kind of looks like nothing at the moment, hold it up to your face, not over your glasses. Hold it up to your face, see how it feels. Am I going all the way up to my forehead? Is there enough space on the edges here? Because remember, we're going to attach some ribbon. So we need the edges to go kind of far back here, right? So as long as it goes all the way to the sides of your face and to the top of your forehead, you're going to be good to go. Boop, boop, boop. Now, we just got to place the eyeballs, right? So you can kind of guess. I'm not going to lie, for my mask, I guessed, and I was right. But you can also hold it up to your face and just kind of find your eyeballs. So they're going to be around there, and that's where we're going to put them. It's going to be great. Let's do it. So I like to work totally on one side and then just flip it over. So let's go. And now, if you can't find it, if you do this, if you just lightly kind of mark them, have an adult help you, and that's where your eyeballs are gonna go. Now, if you want like a really scary skeleton, you can give it really kind of very sharp shaped eyes, and that'll make you look very intimidating. For my mask, I kind of went just kind of nice, like maybe I'm a nice spooky skeleton, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So I'm just gonna give him some eyes. And they're not round. I don't make anything really perfect. I think kind of making them look jagged and different is kind of the fun of making your own mask. You know, make it your own. So I'm gonna hold it up to my face. Yeah, and I can tell that that's where my eyes are. Awesome. And so the nose, we're gonna fit the guy right over here. So the nose is basically in between your eyes and just a little bit down. And it's an upside down heart shape. Again, it does not have to be perfect. No one's gonna look at the nose on your mask and be like, it's a centimeter off. No one's gonna say that. No one at all. All right. We got the upside down heart. Very nice. So now we just have to cut these pieces out. Use your trusty scissors. Now just be careful and gently kind of bend your skeleton where his eyes are and snip it in the center. And you can do that to both of your eyeballs. Boop. And the nose area. Now you don't want to really give it like a tight fold. You don't want a crease in your mask. And now you have little holes here, and you can just slide your scissors in and cut it out. All right. Give me one moment. When I'm cutting circular areas, just a nice little tip. I like to cut lines coming out from the center all the way to the edges. So then when you go around to cut it out, those pieces just fall out and you don't have to worry about missing anything. And it makes it a little easier to cut. Oh man, I am so excited. So spooky things are definitely part of my favorite for Halloween, but I also like all the candy, obviously, and the Halloween treats. I like all the pumpkin spice stuff. What are your guys' favorite things about the fall season? I love fall. I love that all the trees are changing leaves. Oh gosh, it's really the best. And while I'm cutting this out, I just want to remind you guys about the segments we have coming up. So the next 3 sessions in a row, we're going to be hanging out with Mr. K and making some drum beats. So definitely tune into that if that's something you're interested. And I know after that, we're going to be doing some spooky trivia. Woo! So we got some fun stuff happening in October. October is always a fun month though. You could also, let's see, what else could you be with this mask? You could be a little kitty cat. You could be a vampire. So instead of a solid row of teeth, you could just have 2 really big jagged pieces, right? Yeah. Let's get this last guy. Ooh, I got my eyeballs. Let's get the nose. And so don't worry if your cuts seem a little jagged, because we're going to outline the eyes and the nose with a Sharpie, which is really going to kind of hide a lot of those inconsistencies. My favorite crafts are the kind where nobody has to worry about getting it perfect. In case you guys noticed. Awesome. Yay! There we go. Eyes and a nose. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. Okay, so now the magic. Now the magic. So this was the rough side that we did all the sketching on. So if you didn't mess yours up too much, you can leave it on that. I'm gonna flip it over to the clean side. Isn't that magical? And then with your trusty Sharpie, you are gonna kind of thickly outline your eyes and your nose and the outside. Like I said, remember, make sure you have something underneath your paper or you're definitely gonna get Sharpie somewhere. Yeah. And this does not have to be perfect. In fact, for a Halloween costume, I think imperfection is probably the way to go. So what's your favorite candy, guys? I know sometimes we're out in the season and we get candy that we really don't like. So my favorite candy, probably Twix. My least favorite candy, I don't like Smarties. I get a lot of Smarties for Halloween and I don't really like them. That or Jolly Ranchers. Does anyone actually like those candies? So just to show you guys, I'm still outlining my eyeballs and my nose just very quickly. So outlined, simple outline. See how much that disguises the cut edges? It's really nice. And then we're just gonna add some teeth. We're just gonna add some lines going, ooh, poked myself, straight up into the teeth. But remember to start in the middle with your main 2, and then just kind of throw the rest in there. They don't have to be perfect. As long as the ones right in the center look correct, you're gonna be good, trust me, no worries. So we're just gonna put those right in the center. I'm not gonna go too far up. I mean, my middle line is gonna be the tallest for my teeth. And then the rest are gonna kinda be shorter than that. Teeth. And then we outline the whole guy. We're actually pretty close to being done with our mask. But like I said, this is so basic, you can do so much with this plan. You can cut out a bunch of flowers and add them. You can really add whatever you want. You can really make a mask whatever you want and then just decorate it. It's really nice. And the fun thing about making it your own is you can literally be anything you desire. You don't have to go out and search for the perfect mask. You can just make it. Alright, and I like to make the outlines kind of thicker because then we're going to add some cracks in the face. Almost done. Let's get over there. Let's see, did anyone make any bubble art from last time? I would be very interested in seeing that. I turned the pieces I made into cards, and I'm gonna send them to people during Christmas, so boom. Okay, and now we have it all outlined. He is adorable. So cute, so cute. So we're gonna add some cracks. So let's check out the one I made earlier. Boot-doo. And the cracks in our skull go mostly down and up, right? They like lean in a little bit. And the most important thing with the cracks is split them apart. Have some of them kind of go into this little Y shape and then put them wherever you like. Also, a shaky hand, very helpful with this because they look a lot better if they're a little crooked. So let's go ahead and add some. Really, just go for it. There's no perfect way to do it, guys. You just kind of get in there, shake your hand a little bit while you add cracks. What else could you add? So I added a little spider on my other one. You could do that. You could certainly do that. Maybe I'll add another one here. All right. Yeah, and if you guys have any good ideas about what else we can add, certainly let me know. I'm gonna make these extra thick so you guys can certainly see them. And then we tie the ribbon on, and that's it. Easy peasy. Who doesn't love easy stuff? So you could certainly pre-cut out a bunch of these if you have like your kid and they have some friends. If they wanted a craft to do, you could pre-cut them and just let them design them. Oh, they would love that. They would absolutely love that. All right. Let's see. Oh, look how cute he is. Adorable. Let's see. Do you think we need a spider somewhere? I think we need a spider right over here, guys. What do you think? Spider? Let's go for it. Let's give him a little spider. Spiders are super easy. They're like a circle and then a slightly smaller half circle, kind of like if you were making a ladybug. And then they have 2 legs that go forward and 2 legs that go back. Yeah, there we go. Here's a nice one. Look at that. Look at that. So you can customize this any way you want. You can add color, you can paint it, you can color it, you can make it totally different. But basically, that's it. Now we just gotta add the ribbon, the final touches. So for the ribbon, what you're gonna do, you're gonna put the ribbon to the sides of the eyes and just a little bit up. So here's the center of your eyes, and you're gonna go just slightly above that. And that's where you're gonna make your cuts to add the ribbon. All right. So we're gonna carefully, lightly bend it. You wanna be at least a ½ inch in from the edge. You don't wanna cut too close to the edge of the paper. It'll create a weak point. So we're just gonna bend it a little bit and go ½ inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch in. And we're gonna make a little cut. And you want this cut to go up and down, not side to side, right? So here's a little cut. That's where you're gonna slide the ribbon in. So just go across and do it on the same height on the other side. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's do that. Gently fold, don't fold it, increase it, just kind of gently go for it. All right, ribbon. So you can use any kind of ribbon you want. And if you don't have ribbon, you could use another strip of paper. I would reinforce it. Kind of anything around your house that would work. String. Okay. Now for the ribbon, I'm going to measure it like this. Very, very technical measuring technique. Very technical. I'm going to wrap it around my head. I'm going to wrap it all the way around my head. So right here is my whole head. Now I don't really need my whole head, so I'm just going to cut it a little bit shorter than that. Not too much, because honestly you need more than you think you do. So you can always trim the excess off, but you can't add it. Ta-da! And then we just string it. I go through the back and then string it through. The one side, I'm just going to go ahead and tie this off. String's not that easy to use. Make that a little bit longer. There we go. That's easy. The string is reminding me of every time I've ever tied off a balloon, which I also don't like doing. I had to do that once for a birthday party, and I tied off like 1,000,000 balloons. It takes forever. Okay. So make sure you pull this little knot nice from both ends. Bam. All right. And then just pull it around and make sure it is long enough. And, oh, helps if my glasses aren't on. All right, and we're gonna just slide the other part of the ribbon through and tie it off. Gosh, was that long enough? And this guy you can just tie to himself. Now, if you do have tape, you could reinforce these areas with tape. just to make sure that your ribbon doesn't tear your paper. If you're working with cardboard, yeah, you don't have to worry about that so much. Now, some good cardboard to do this with is thinner cardboard. So I would say like the box your cereal comes in once you finish it, that is perfect for something like this. Perfect. Yeah. And then we just put our little mask on. Yep, and I made my strap too small. Right after I told you guys not to do that. Wow, look at me. I'm amazing. I'm so good at stuff. It's okay. If you do it like I did, just tie it all together. There you go. Perfect. Now, right here. Okay. I do suggest while making your mask to keep putting it on the way that I'm doing. That way you can always check to make sure that it fits your face and everything's in the right spot. Let's check it out. Ooh, spooky. So, oh, I got hair in my face. Ha ha ha. Halloween mask making 101, guys. Just trim the sides off. Yeah, and now you're a little skeleton. Great job. So you can really do whatever you want with this, make it your own, and have a lot of fun. And if you guys make any masks, please show them to us. We love to see the things that you guys make here at Expressive Path. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Great job. Thank you for joining us, and I certainly hope that I see you next time.